Agadir, southern Morocco on the Atlantic coast, a city that has always been considered the gateway to the deserts. It is also home to a rather special school, the Academy of Applied Computing and Management. The students are young Moroccans and a great number of sub-Saharan Africans.
I'm Togolese. I'm Senegalese. I'm Malian.
I am from Senegal.
I'm Ivorian.
The institute, created nearly 20 years ago, now has 400 students from 15 different countries.
We have the highest concentration of sub-Saharan Africans of any school in Morocco. It began as a vision and became a strategy based on a set of values.
For 3 to 5 years, the students are taught accounting, management, and computing. It is not always easy to fit in when you arrive in an unfamiliar country.
At first I felt a bit stressed, leaving your family, being far from home, but it's all right now. It's familiar. I'm a Muslim and the culture here, well, there's not much different as it is all Africa.
Fortunately, I managed to fit in and get an apartment right away. It went very well, to be honest.
In the first week, there's an induction day for new students. That helps them fit in, both in the country and in the school.
They are all here hoping one day to become executives or company leaders, an objective that is an integral part of the school's approach.
Today's world is one of globalization and exchange. School prepares you for that. The student isn't going to learn to be open to others out there in the business world. We want to help the student develop the notion of knowledge as a concept, as a technique. We want to develop know-how, and that's where the training courses, conferences with company bosses, and visits to businesses come in. And finally, we want to help the student know how to be, develop the personality side.
This school will enable further education opportunities and maybe even studies in Canada or Europe. And for these young students from Black Africa, this comes at a price. It may be one of the most affordable in Morocco. Students will have to pay $6,800 a year for fees and accommodation in Agadir. This young Ivorian believes it is a sacrifice worth making.
ECIAM is a private university. In general, most of the public universities we have attended are undermined by strikes. Nowadays, politics and universities go hand in hand.
The student who comes to enroll here already has a single or double room reserved before taking the plane. Students studying for a bachelor's degree here will have no difficulty studying for a master's degree in Quebec University.
Little doubt that Africa's future elite is in the making, and for once it is being done in Africa. There is another new development. Many of the students dream of going back home to work.
I intend to get my degree and go to Canada. Then I'll probably go back home to contribute some manpower. I'm preparing a diploma in company administration. I want to be an entrepreneur and set up my own company, possibly an import-export. If not, I'd like to work for a big international company.
The education you get here, especially in management, is acknowledged internationally. You are taught the basics you will need to work in companies. Later, I'd like to work in finance for a company back home in Senegal.
It's true that there are good schools in Senegal, but in my subjects, marketing and communication, it's a good idea to discover other schools further afield. Then there are exchanges happening between the students and the teachers.
The school's directors have another trump card to play. Morocco is developing fast and offers numerous career opportunities.
Thanks to their time here in Morocco, we believe that our students will find it easy to fit in and to be productive in Moroccan companies based in Dakar and certainly West African countries.
Work is due to begin on a 6-hectare university complex and technological park in Agadir. There will be a campus, a techno park for business incubators, a sports center, residential quarters, and assembly rooms for seminars.
ECIAM is, in a way, an oasis for Africa, a place where the continent's cultures meet.
Thanks to such South-South programs, more and more young students will be able to envisage a career on the continent. A change of trends that will only last if administrations and companies in Africa modify their employment criteria. This could well be the surest way to stop the brain drain and fit youth unemployment.